world where you hear the phrase high-tech all the time, a balloon with a camera suspended from it may seem out of place. But this low-tech equipment provides a cost-effective way to photo-document resource values. The system was initially set up to document cultural resource sites. State Office Archaeologist Richard Haynes explains.
First of all, we just initially began by thinking that it's a very cost-efficient way to go about photo-documenting extensive sites rather than having a whole survey crew out shooting in different features and different types of site characteristics. With a balloon, we can simply run the balloon along the flight line and get a whole series of photos in a very matter of just a few hours' time over a very broad area. The balloon photography is pretty low-tech in nature, so in regard to actually on-the-ground implementation of the process, it's pretty straightforward. It only takes about 3 people. One is a person who is actually tethered to the balloon, who walks it around from photo point to photo point, and has a mounted reel on their back so that they can reel in the balloon or let it go further up in regard to the elevation of the shots. 2 other people help to align the balloon, and one of them holds a remote control device to trigger the camera that's suspended from the balloon. We have a cartographic person who calculates how broad the spacing should be between the photo points, and we lay out 9-inch white paper plates on each of the photo points so that we can have a target to align over. The person also calculates what elevation we should be shooting from so that we'll be getting the proper overlap of photos for stereoscopic pair use. Another early application of the balloon photography was the Riddle Brothers Ranch district over in the Burns district at the base of Steens Mountain. This ranch district is composed of 3 different clusters of ranch buildings, and the balloon photography was applied for various reasons. One, to get an initial record of what the building's distribution is at this point in time and what their condition is. As we began to implement enhancement and maintenance measures to the buildings. Another is to get a detailed contour map produced showing what the distribution of the buildings are in regard to the landscape around. And then another benefit from the photography will actually get photographs attractive for photo interpretation and actual incorporate into the interpretive displays that will be established at the ranch. The different purposes that the balloon can be put to goes well beyond the cultural resources program. The riparian photo documentation at various periods would be an excellent application. Also, there's been mention of using it for tree farms, for documenting mine reclamation efforts, and a host of other different programs that have seen an application. So we see it as going beyond the cultural resources program as the uses are identified.